Hello and welcome to another Spirit Island video. Today I'm going to be playing Starlight against Scotland 6, and this is going to be another video in my guide series in which I'm just going through all of the single level 6 adversaries to demonstrate some games. Going backwards, so started with HME, now we're on Scotland, and yeah. So in all of these videos, I'm going to use my standard opening, which is to do this, turn 1. I'm also going to use these isolate markers to represent which growth options I'm picking each turn. So yeah, let's see, we're starting here, and our initial explore is wetlands. Okay. So let's gain a miner as part of our starting opening. Ooh, and already we have a pretty good one here. Promises of Protection. I really like this card. Dahan Movement. It also has Sun, Earth, Animal, which are pretty good elements. Notably, Sun Animal thresholds Vigor of the Breaking Dawn, which is one of the strongest cards you can get on Starlight. And Earth is nice for getting that Defend innate. Drought also similarly has Sun and Earth, but is a weaker card, costs 1, adds Blight, which can be powerful. I like against Habsburg, I like taking this card probably, but here I'm just going to take Promises of Protection. Also, Promise of Protection is nice because it's kind of like a defend card. Notably, it solves Town Explorer to some extent. It still plates, but the Dahan don't die and they do counterattack. Anyways, let's just do our standard opening of playing these two cards, Shape and Boon, and also gaining an energy from this growth option. Let's move over here, I think, to have a bit more board coverage. It's unfortunate that we can't both reach this mountain and also this wetland, but I think it's most important here to be able to, I guess okay, there's some cases where we'll want to drag a Dahan into there for counterattacking from a defend, and we won't need to reach this mountain this turn certainly, because even if it explores, it won't be an explorer, so our Moon innate won't do anything there. So sorry, fast, there's nothing. We burn the event, we build, and we explore in the jungles. So we get a town and an explorer. Ooh, beast attack here would be very nice. Okay, so let's see. I might just gather this out actually. That just disrupts the build, that's pretty nice. There's nothing else that's too urgent. I can just look this Wetlands Blight over here. I'm going to defend this for 5 almost certainly, or do something to let it get defended. So I'm going to drag that in, disrupt the build. I'm going to use Shape the Self to New now that I've used my Moon innate. Gain 3 energy, gain a miner. Let's see, so Infested Aquifers is interesting because it can add a disease here, which could be nice to prevent Scotland loss condition, but otherwise is a pretty weak card. I think I'm just going to take Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark to defend 4. And pushing Blight can also be nice. Also, what taking this means is that if I get a major that needs this to threshold, then I can still get my defend on this wetland in order to save that. Otherwise, the other cards are just kind of medium. Veil is fine, but it's 1 cost and it's fairly medium. Yeah, I'll just take this. And then I'll Boon of Reimagining, forget Gather as always, gain a miner. Okay, what am I looking for? Elemental Boon I would definitely take if this were a multiplayer game, but in solo, Perfect Element card is nice, but not necessary. Let's see, what elements am I missing? I need a fire, an air, and a water before I have all of the elements. So that points towards, well, I could get water and air here, but Scream Disease into the Wind is a pretty weak card. I'm a fan of strong and constant currents because it lets me stop this city build. So I'll probably take that. And then other than that, I could take this Sear Anger, matches up a bit with Favor if I want that. Also just as a zero cost card. Rackroot is fine for putting what's it called, wilds on the coast, but it's not necessary. I can rouse in order to. I could theoretically go like rouse plus strong and constant next turn, and then that defends 5 here and also solves this land for 2 turns in a row, which is nice. So I might just do that. Yeah. I could even push the town into here. Or wait, no, to a coastal land, so I have to push it into the sands. Yeah, I think I'll take that. And then that's my turn. I could also see an argument for taking the zero cost this card, though it's not that impactful, mostly because it's a zero cost. Okay, so we have all elements except air, so let's gain a major. Well, we're always gaining a major, but let's see what we get. Okay, I think out of these, the only one that I really want here is Tiger's Hunting, but Tiger's Hunting is a pretty good one. So yeah, yeah, we don't really want Weave right now. Like it can be nice in the late game for comboing, but since, especially in solo, it's a bit awkward because it's hard to pair this with a nuke. Starlight is more about playing just like the tempo game, which Tiger's Hunting plays into very well. No, okay, we can't quite threshold Tiger's Hunting this turn. But we could next turn, theoretically, with Promises for Protection and like an animal and a moon or something. Yeah, it just seems like the right pick here. It's nice. I haven't shown off a 2-cost major starting yet. Exaltation is just too expensive, way too expensive for Starlight. Vengeance, even Exploratory Vengeance is not great here. Exploratory Vengeance is a fine card, but it's more of a combo card, like similar to Weave. This Vengeance is not very good, I think. Let's just take Tiger's Hunting then. Okay, so since we don't have that impactful of major, I'm just going to go ahead and get my Earth as usual. I want to, let's see, so I want to move into here. I want to be in the jungle, and I also want to have a presence there to be able to play strong and constant currents and this as discussed, and then that will just I'll just take care of this and take care of it again when it builds. So that's nice. I can also move this to Han. No, I can't. I can't do both. Great. Wait, I know. I already placed presence. Can't cheat. So yeah. Let's see. So we strong and constant push this here, and we get our Earth innate, which defends 5 here. And it'll clear, but then Scotland 6, but that's fine. Let's see what our event is. Move a coastal town. Okay, I can move this here, and then both of these will get counterattacked by the Dawn, which is nice. Choose land with disease. Oh, but that unfortunately saves this, which is unfortunate. I can deal 2 damage like this, which is funny. And then rouse the trees and stones potentially. But we'll see whether I want to do that rather than just taking care of this coastal town after it builds. Yep, nothing much. Okay, so ravage wetlands. Let's get a destroy bag. Do this and take a blight here, and then Scotland 6. We unfortunately have to do it on both of our wetlands. And then we build jungles, which is just this build. And finally, we explore jungles again. So this gets a town, and so we explore before we explore, we should Scotland escalate, which can go here, I think. I think we don't want to put it on the coast. Oh, I guess we can put it on this coast, and that's fine. Yeah, that seems fine. And then we can explore as a town here and then explore here. Okay, so now this land I think I want to try to defend next turn, maybe get a Dahan in somehow. So that means I want to rouse the trees and stones at this sands, probably. We'll see. So I have to do it. Yeah, it's either this jungle or the sands because of where my sacred site is. So I'll just do it on this sands. Kill that city, and that's everything. Time passes. Okay, now what do I want to do? I think I kind of want to try and see if I can get my sun innate at some point. I also kind of feel like I want another major. Like this Tiger's Hunting isn't necessarily a game plan. And I kind of want to game plan with Starlight. Like Starlight is great at playing the tempo game, but I also want a late game plan. So I'm going to gain another major. Let's see what we get. Oh, okay. I'm going to pretend Unrelenting Growth is not here because I've already played with with Proliferation, so I'm going to replace it. Sea monsters. Okay, so I think the interesting thing to do here would be to Unlock the Gates of Deepest Power and try to threshold that next turn, if possible. So if we play these two cards now, that doesn't work. We don't have very many 4-element cards, so that's not great. I guess we can just take instruments. Yeah, I think instruments is a pretty good fit here, I think. We can take a sun. Sea monsters is also interesting, especially with Tiger's Hunting, but less so. I could take Bloodrack Plague, put it here, or put it here even, but it's not that interesting. Let's see. So I want to play Promises of Protection and Earth card this turn, most likely. I could just take Unlock the Gates as like generic value also, like just to gain more power cards, but it's not obvious that that's that good. Yeah, this is a very interesting spot. There's a lot of options I could take. So yeah, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to definitely Promises of Protection to get rid of this Explorer, I think. I can Tiger's Hunting, perhaps. Huh. Yeah, lots of options. Oh, there's a funny play I could do, which is, okay, so this is gonna Scotland 6. That's interesting, before building. So, ideally I would isolate it, but it's not that easy to isolate it. I could Bloodrack Plague it to prevent it from building that city, but that also isn't ideal. Yeah, lots of options. What do I want to do? So many options. So I could, so there's one funny thing I could do, which is I could take this +3 energy, which is not something I generally like doing, and then take sea monsters and have both Tiger's Hunting and sea monsters, but that doesn't seem amazing. Yeah, what do I want to do? Could take instruments, play instruments here. Can I set up for instruments next turn? That's another question. So if I take a sun here, theoretically, this turn, and then next turn I could play instruments plus promises. I need a sun fire card, so it's kind of hard. If I could play instruments next turn, that would be really interesting, but as is, There's no way I'm on thresholding unlock next turn, right? There's just like not two things that fit together. Like I can have. The problem is I have too many earth cards. So like all of my cards have 3 elements, and all of them like have earth, so it's like hard to add that up. Amusingly, I think the pick here is actually just instruments. It's just such a strong card. I'm gonna forget this. I guess I just need to move this here. Oh, and this card is stuck here now. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm taking instruments then, and I think I'm forgetting. I guess I could piece next turn to set up for instruments the following turn. That's also an idea. So I think the safest thing to forget is favor. No. I think rouse. Even though that has the fire I want, I just trust that I can get fire sometime soon. So what I want here is either a fire or a sun. I think sun makes the most sense. And then I can, let's see, so I did that. I can then reclaim a card. So what's my plan for this jungle? I kind of want to defend it for 5 and gather a Dahan in with promises. Or, let's see, so I get to move and then place a presence, so I could like move here and place a presence here. I could just defend 4 there. That's pretty easy. And also Tiger's Hunting. And I can Tiger's Hunting into this to kill the town, and then push it here, set up for Tiger's Hunting there next turn as well. Or I could Promises of Protection. I think what I want to do is I want to Promises of Protection this turn. Yeah. So what I want to do, I want to Promise of Protection, gather into here, because this is going to kill this, and then it's going to build a town, and Scotland 6 a town and build a city, and then I can instruments here next turn so that it dies. Then I will do 1 fear and defend 4 here. That'll be everything. Okay. An event. So this will build a city, but that should be fine. Strange Hills attract explorers. Wait, no, stage 2. Fortification. Okay. Each beast deals 2 damage. Sure. Defend 1 per Dahan. Okay. Fear card. Explore does not affect coastal lands. That's pretty good. Not as good as getting it on the coast turn, but anyway, so we're going to Ravage here, and then Scotland 6 here. And then we're going to build, unfortunately, 2 cities. But we still should still be fine. And then finally, we're going to explore sands and escalates. So we get a Scotland 6 somewhere, or it's not Scotland 6, Scotland escalation somewhere. I'm going to put it on here, I think. Then explore sands, except not this one because of a fear card, and also it would have been a town anyways. Then let's see, so we have nothing on slow, time passes. Okay, so now we need to build towards this instrument. So I want to gain a miner. Oh, and there's that perfect card, Sunlit, fire flows across the land. So that's nice. And since I have 4 energy, I can just threshold instruments this turn. Because what I can do is I gained a miner. Okay, yeah, so I can place a presence, which will be this 3 card play as a presence, and then I can reclaim this Promises of Protection, and these 3 thresholds instruments. Yeah, so as I've said before, it's actually very easy to threshold instruments on Starlight, which is pretty fun. So we're going to, let's see, we're probably going to, probably gonna threshold instruments on this jungle and have it kill the coastal sands, so that won't be a problem. We can Promises of Protection to Dahan into here. It'll blight, but but counterattack back, and only one Dahan will die. So yeah, it'll be just enough to counterattack. And yeah, this sand is fine. And then we have a random 1 damage on slow. Great. So let's execute that. So let's move. Let's see. So we need to. I think I want to be here, probably. This seems like fairly good coverage. I want access to this with my sacred site. So I move and then place. Promises of Protection, move these here, and then Dahan have +2 health in target land, and then I instruments here. So instead of ravaging, it'll kill this, and that's for slow. Okay. Event. On the single board with the most buildings. Okay, so I just add a town to as many different lands as possible. Okay, great. That means I can add a town to my instruments land, and now it can also kill this Sands Explorer and like another Explorer here or something. So that prevents that for next turn. That was very good. Beast of the Sands with the most invaders. So that's this one. 1 fear if invaders are present. Yep. And then a Dahan defend. Oh, great. So this defends for 4? No, per adjacent Dahan. Okay, so this one only defends for 1, actually. That's unfortunate. Because that means the Dahan still dies and it still blights. That's fine. We already... that was our plan anyway, so it's mostly fine that this happens. So it ravages, and then the Dahan counterattack. There's one of these Dahan has like 1 damage on it. And this ravages, killing both of these, this and that. Then we Scotland 6 into this jungle. Then we build sands. Since this is coastal, this will build, but disease will prevent it. And then we explore jungles and wetlands. So we get another stack there, that here, that here, and that here. Okay. Okay. So, slow, I will get 3 fear from my Sun innate. I'll gain an energy and I'll reclaim a card, which will probably be... Let's see. So next turn, I think my plan is to... So I don't have any Ravages to deal with, so I don't need any defense. I can Tiger's Hunting into this jungle, perhaps? We'll see. Though there isn't an adjacent land with no blight. I can deal 1 fear and 1 damage somewhere, and I actually have the energy to pay for the adjacent damage as well if I want. I don't think I'm that interested. Yeah. I think my plan is to instruments this wetlands in a couple turns, maybe, and defend this jungle. Yeah, and then this. So this is the land I'm worried about most. Okay. I think I'll just pick off an explorer there then. Oh, I forgot to reclaim a card. What card do I want to play next turn? I don't care that much about any of these, really. Really, I'm most likely to want to play Tiger's Hunting. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. I don't have enough energy to play instruments. Just want like a 0 cost to get back or something. I guess Promises of Protection. I might be able to get the animal innate this way. Oh, and I might be able to hit my sun innate as well. Okay, great. So let's gain another minor. Hope for sun. Ooh, perfect. Blood draws predators, that's perfect. And then I will gain an energy from this, and I think I just need to click the gain an energy button so that I have enough energy next turn to play instruments. So I'll be at 4 energy if I play Blood Draws Predators. I'll be at 1 energy. I'll gain an energy from my Sun Innate to be at 2 energy. Or I could take Uncanny Melting to... No, it doesn't threshold, never mind. But so I'll be at 2 energy from after slow. I'll gain another energy from here. I'll gain another energy from here. And I'll actually... I actually will need another energy after that. Oh, I can just click the energy button again. Okay, great. Right? Yeah, great. So let's just take Blood Draws Predators then. Great. And then we can move and place this wherever we want, really. Doesn't really matter. Let's just go there. Okay, so tiger's hunting in the jungle. I guess what we should do is we should first Blood Draws Predators here, and then this maybe will clear out this jungle. So then we tiger's hunting. So 2 fear. We add a beast, we gather a beast, and then we deal 2 damage, and then we'll add a beast again from Blood Draws Predators since something will die, and we deal another 3 damage. So I can just kill 2 towns. Yeah, that's not going to clear it out, but it'll be pretty good. And I can gather this in here, and then on slow deal another 2 damage, and that should be pretty good. Yeah. Two damage on slow, that is, from my Beast Innate. Yeah, let's just do that. So I'll deal 2 damage, then another 2 damage, which will look like this. 2 damage and another 3 damage. So I'll kill 2 towns and deal 1 damage to the city. And on slow, I will kill the city with dealing 2 damage from Dahan. Great. So Blood Draws Predators is done, but this is technically Promises of Protection as well. Yep, and let's go to event. Oh, we have a pile of fear cards as well, though we wish we had 3 more energy. That would be great. Let's see, in each land with 2 or more towns, push 1 town to a land without towns. Oh, that's unfortunate. That causes a blight here. Well. 1 fear per board with disease. Nope, none. Okay, so nothing relevant from Ravage. Remove and explore a town from a land with 2 or more Dahan. Okay, great. I get to remove this town, so it doesn't build a city. Strife in a land with Blight. That's nice for here. Yep. Remove and explore from a coastal land. Nothing. Different land, a coastal land with Dahan, in each 1 damage per Dahan. Okay, so I can choose this coastal land, kill off this town. Okay, well, unfortunately, we blight here because of our event RNG. That's fine. All things weaken. Ooh, that is very interesting. That means that this thresholded this thresholded instrument will actually completely wipe this out if we want. Anyways, so Sands Ravaged, then we Scotland 6 our Sands, and then we build Jungles and Wetlands, so that looks like that, that, and that, and that. Great, and then we explore Coastal. So I think, let's see, so we want this and this to explore as towns, I think. Wait, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. we're going to, on slow, deal 2 damage here with our Beast Innate. So this 7 damage can kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 towns. Yeah, okay, great. So we do actually want the town here, I think. So yeah, we'll kill this off with our Animal Innate, and then we'll deal 3 fear and gain an energy and reclaim a... it doesn't actually matter because we're going to reclaim again next turn. And then time passes. Okay, so now we get to, let's see, we get to reclaim all. Well, sorry, we need to place a presence first. So we're going to place a presence. That's going to give us an energy. We're going to, from doing this, we're going to take a second Earth so that we can threshold our Earth Innate here. We're going to take the gain an energy button, and we're going to take the reclaim button, I believe. So we'll have this much energy. Oh, that's actually more energy than I thought I would have. Okay, so that lets us be a bit more flexible if we want. We need to play Blood Draws Predators, probably. Yep, and then we just need to play one more Sun card that should ideally have an Earth as well. I can play Strong and Constant Currents, perhaps, to push this, though it still has a town. Yeah, this seems perfect. Actually, I think I want to play Promises of Protection because that lets me also get my Animal Innate. So we'll pay for that. We got a move in the presence place. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to defend this wetlands for 5. I think so. Yeah. So instruments. We're going to do this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which kills 7 towns because of all things weaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can like Blood Draws Predators here or something, so that when it dies, it'll also kill the Explorer off, so we don't need to worry about that Ravage. We're going to defend 5 here with our Earth Innate. So we're going to, let's see, so Blood Draws Predators is happening over here. And we're going to Promises of Protection, get 2 Dahan into here. So that we can set up for a defend here next turn, perhaps. And that's, I believe, our entire turn. And we can also like pick off the city when it builds. Event, Blight Spreads. Let's just destroy 2 presents. Do we need a Sacred Site on slow? I think we don't need a Sacred Site on slow, so I'm just gonna do this because we can make a Sacred Site wherever, basically. Each beast destroys 1 explorer, and then that will actually trigger Blood Draws Predators, which will do that. Coastal land with Dahan, so let's add it here. Yep. Okay, so Blood Draws Predators is gone, but that's been cleared. Great. Tier level 2, replace a town with an explorer and a coastal land. I mean, I guess I can do this, yeah. And then I can just clear this, whoops. I can just clear this now with my Animal Innate. And remove an explorer town from a land with 2 or fewer invaders. I think I'll just remove an explorer because I don't want to remove a town, I think, yeah. Okay, so we will ravage in the jungles and wetlands. This will go first. 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then doesn't have a place to deal the 7th damage. Wow, that is quite the central place. This will ravage and fail. And then we Scotland 6 into both of these. Now we just need to figure out how to deal with those, and like instruments should be good enough at dealing with those. We build in our coasts, which actually looks like this because there's still a city here, unfortunately. And then we explore in our wetlands. Ooh, wetlands is scary, I guess. So wetlands, and we escalate into here, I guess, where the beasts are. Technically in the opposite order. Let's see, so 3 damage will kill this. with our animal innate, we'll get 3 fear. With our sun innate and an energy, and I believe I'm going to reclaim. I think I'm going to reclaim this instruments because I should be able to threshold again next turn. Yeah. Time passes. Yeah, I think my goal is to get these two into here with strong and constant currents, and then instruments to kill this. Yeah, so let's see. We're gonna be able to play these two. I'm going to reclaim all. I'm going to place this. And I'm going to gain an energy, I think. So then I can move this here. So if I gain an energy and then gain 2, I'll have 5 energy, so I can play blood draws again. Yeah, okay, this is great. So I'm going to reclaim all, and I gain an energy. Then I gain my 2 energy. It's very important sometimes to figure out whether you have a very good line that doesn't involve gaining a power card, because by default, I'm basically always going to gain a power card. But if I have a good enough line, I can just like not do that. So yeah, I'm going to play Blood Draws Predators, Strong and Constant, and Instruments, and that Thresholds Instruments. Yeah, like just getting this Blood Draws Predators was very nice for thresholding instruments because it has the perfect elements, and because you see so many cards, it's very easy to do that. So I get to place this wherever I want. Oh, I need to have this make a sacred site. I might as well make a sacred site like this as well. So I will instruments here. I will strong and constant currents push this here, and I guess I can move 2 Dahan into here. I think that's slightly better positioning. So I have Dahan along all the coasts, and then I can Blood Draws Predators here, I guess. It's not totally relevant where I do it, but I guess this is the only place that's dying this turn. So yeah. Okay. I have a defend 5. I'll defend 5 here just in case. I think that's the most likely land to accidentally get a town put in it. Yeah. Yep, okay. Event. Usually I skip Numinous Crisis. Resourceful Populace. No, not Resourceful Populace. Stripped Land Bear. Towns do +1 damage when ravaging. Oh, that's very good. So these deal 6, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the Explorer will be finished off by the Blood Draws Predators, so that's very good. We add a disease inland land with the most buildings, which we can choose to be this one. And story and season, we have 3, so we gain an energy, and can reclaim a card. We don't want to reclaim one of these, otherwise we'll lose our Sun innate, so we'll just decline that and go on to fear cards. Player removes 3 health of invaders from land with disease. That's great, nice combo. I don't know how that interacts with this actually. With all things weakened. I think it doesn't, but I might be wrong. Whoops, that's not the right one. Invaders do -1 damage per damage they've taken in a land with matching a Ravage card, 1 damage to each, up to 2 invaders. Well, I don't want to damage this because this is doing important work, so I'll choose this card, this land, and sure. So Ravage, these towns deal 6 damage, but they'll do damage to their neighbors, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Blood Draws Predators finishes off the last Explorer. We Scotland 6 our coasts, then we build our wetlands, and Explore is mountains and jungles. So this gets another lovely town, explore. Oops. How close are we to Terra 3? We're very close, because we have 3 fear on slow from our Sun innate, gain an energy, reclaim this. And we just need 3 more fear. That should be very easy. Tiger's Hunting does it almost by itself. Actually, entirely by itself because it kills that stack. So we'll gain pay. We'll do 2 fear. We'll add a beast and kill that stack. There we go. So very easy victory against Scotland here. We took Summon Blight. We went blighted, but it's fine. We went blighted from a edge case event. This game really demonstrated the power of instruments. With a 4-cost sun card, you can if you can consistently threshold it, which with all of these initial sun drops we can, and with so many card looks we can dig for more cards that can threshold it. So it's just really easy to threshold any major you want, and with something as impactful as instruments, you just absolutely tear through the adversary. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.